Subtracting fractions. Whenever we subtract fractions, we need to have the same denominator. Sometimes we have to multiply the, the fraction that is on the left side, and that's what we are going to do this time. Sometimes you multiply only one. For example, um, we have 2 and 4. You always going to be multiplying. On this case, I'm going to be multiplying 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is going to be 4. So I also have to multiply by 2, the numerator. Now multiply 2 times 3, we get 6. 2 times 2 is 4. And then this will be minus 5 over 4. Can you see that we have the same denominator? Well, only when you have the same denominator, you can add or subtract. On this case, we're going to be subtracting. Okay. So 6 minus 5, you're going to get 1. And nothing will happen to the denominator. Okay. The denominator is going to be 4. So we're just going to write it. Okay. Nothing will happen to it. So then the answer should be 1/4. Okay, as you can see, we multiplied only one fraction, and we multiplied the one that is on the left side. Well, let's do another one. Okay, one more time. This number is 2, that one is 6. They must have the same denominator, and you're always going to be multiplying. Because this number is 2, and that one is 6, I can multiply 2 times 3. Okay, think always multiplication. 3 times 2, that will be 6. Now, that means that we also going to be multiplying here by 3. And 3 divided by 3 is 1. So that's why nothing happens. I mean, nothing will change. Why? Because 3 over 2, you're multiplying it by 1. All right? Now, let's go ahead and multiply it. We're going to be multiplying 3 times 2. So we're going to get 6. And then 3 times 3, that will be 9. Rewriting 5 over 6. Now that they have the same denominator, now we can subtract. Okay, so 9 minus 5, we're gonna get 4 over 6. And this is the right answer, by the way, already. But whenever you can reduce or you can divide, that's what you should do. On this case, what number goes into both of them? Well, the number is going to be 2. That means that I can divide 4 divided by 2. You're going to get 2. And 6 divided by 2, you're going to get 3. So this is the answer. Okay, whenever you can reduce, go ahead and reduce, or whenever you can divide, go ahead and divide. So that's the answer for this one. Now, on the next one, can you see that now we should be able to subtract, but we need to have the same denominator? Well, on this case, I'm going to be multiplying the fraction that is on the right side, okay, to have the same denominator. On this one, we multiply the fraction that was on the left side. Well, sometimes you have to multiply the one that is on the right side, and you always have to think about multiplication. So what I'm going to do to get 8, I'm going to be multiplying 4 times 2. That means that I also multiply this one by 2. Then I'm going to bring this down, which is going to be 13 divided by 8 minus, and then multiply 5 times 2, That's how we're going to get 10. And then 4 times 2, that's how we're going to get 8. Only when they have the same denominator, then you can add or subtract. On this case, we can subtract 13 minus 10, so you're going to get 3. And nothing will happen to the denominator. So just bring it over. Okay, the denominator is going to stay the same. So the answer should be 3/8. Okay, and we did multiply the fraction that is on the right side. Well, if we move on and do the next one, so we're going to be multiplying the fraction that is on the right side. And to get 9, we're going to be multiplying 3 times 3. Okay, so I'm going to bring this down. I'm going to write 14 divided by 9, and that would be minus. And now what we have to do is multiply it. Okay, 2 times 3, that's how you get 6. And then 3 times 3, you get 9. Okay, can you see that we have the same denominator? Well, nothing will happen to the denominator. That one's going to stay the same. And now we can subtract. Okay, 14 minus 6, it's going to be 8. And that's how we get the answer. Okay, and now to do the next one, sometimes we have to multiply both fractions. That would be this case. Can you see that there is no other number that I can multiply 3 with so that I can get 2? And the same thing is going to happen with number 2. I'm not going to be able to find a product of another number so that when you multiply it, you get 3. Whenever that happens, then you have to multiply them by each other. That means I have to multiply this one by 2, okay? And this other one, I have to multiply it by 3, okay? And now, let's go ahead and multiply it. Let's see what we get. 6 times 2, you're gonna get 12. 3 times 2, you're gonna get 6. Then we have the minus sign, okay? And then multiply 3 times 3, you get 9. And then 3 times 2, we get 6. Can you see that now we have the same denominator? Nothing will happen to the denominator. It's going to stay the same. So I'm going to write 6. And now subtract 12 minus 9. The answer is 3. Can you see that we can still reduce? The number that goes into both of them is going to be number 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. And 6 divided by 3, the answer is 2. So the answer should be 1/2. All right. And now let's do the last one. The same thing is going to happen here. There is no way for me to find a product of another number that I can multiply 3 with so that I can get 4. And the same thing happened with number 4. So that means I have to multiply this by each other. So I'm going to multiply this by 3. And this other one, I'm going to multiply it by 4. Okay. So now let's go ahead and multiply 4 times 3. You get 12 divided by 12. 4 times 3 one more time. Then it's a minus sign. 3 times 3, we get 9. 4 times 3, you get 12. Now, nothing will happen to the denominator. So number 12, just bring it over. And then 12 minus 9, you get 3. And can you see that number 3 goes into both of them? So that means that we can divide by 3. You get 1. 12 divided by 3, you get 4. And that's the answer.